How do you describe the emotions that you would have went through in that last moment there?
How do I describe my feelings or my emotions? Disturbing, frustrated. Unfortunately, we just couldn't finish a playoff by securing the rebound. I felt that my guys gave great effort, on trying to really want to finish the game, but just the last couple minutes is always nerve-wracking, because the game's so close, Melbourne's so good. You want to find a way to finish the game, but we just had to finish up with rebound. We gave 7 offensive boards in the fourth quarter, so it's pretty tough to win games like that.
For us about the game, do you think that shot was good? Do you think it was in time?
I never get too highs and too lows until, I don't never really get excited by anything until the finals say so. So if it went in overtime, if it didn't, then, we're sitting right here.
Obviously, it was a loss, but it was a close loss to a really good team. What did you like about the way you guys performed tonight?
Sense of urgency. I felt we played with a sense of urgency today. We did it for the first half against Adelaide a couple nights ago. Just unfortunately didn't come out second half with the same fire. I think we did it for 40 minutes here. I'm proud of my guys, the way they fought in front of our fans. I appreciate our fans supporting us throughout. We just, waiting for this FIBA break, and we got some things to tighten up and go from there.
What's the FIBA break going to look like now? 4-9, 2 weeks. Is it self-reflection? What's it going to look like for you guys?
A little bit of everything. We evaluate the guys for the first half of the season. Pros and cons. We get guys. The guys got a couple of days off to refresh their bodies and their mind, and some of the guys get back in the lab starting early as Monday. So I just want to make sure everybody's healthy going in and understand refresh and ready to be challenged and pushed for the second half.
Last FIBA break around this time last year, you were number 1 team in the league, and you went and made a pretty big change. You changed starting lineup. Are you envisioning any sort of monumental shift this time around?
Possibly. Anything can happen. You're 4-9. You got to take a look at something. What's not working. During the first half of the season, we got to see what's going on in the second half. But once again, we're almost fully healthy. JB first game back. We wish we could have had him out there a little bit longer, but he gave great effort while he was out there. So just building momentum over FIBA break.
Did you like the way you guys were scoring the basketball, and guys like Tatum, QJ, and Vail, finding their spots within the offense and sharing the load in that way?
Yeah, I'm happy the ball went in. Just disappointed with the forced turnovers. We had 15 going into the fourth quarter, and that's just disturbing. And then we end up with 18. We came out, as soon as we came out, talked about turnovers, and we turned the ball over. Right, so it's just like those guys can make shots at any time, but we have to protect the ball better to stop allowing other teams more attempts than us.
Justin, you often see the crowd stand and chant Illawarra after a loss, so they obviously had their say. I know you're disappointed to lose, but just to drill down on what I'm going to say, even though you were beaten tonight, do you feel it was like a winning performance in terms of heart, passion, and determination, that sort of stuff?
Yeah, for sure. Our fans drove us, for 40 minutes. They supported us for the whole time. I really appreciate them coming out tonight and sticking with us, especially after a couple, lumps this past week. And so we need that. We need to understand our crowd and our fans still behind us, because they've seen us change around multiple times in the second half of the season after FIBA break. So hopefully we can be able to do it again.
I know, Justin, you prefer playing games back to back sort of thing, but is this break coming at a good time for you guys?
You got me 4-9. Yeah, it's great for us. I don't, we just, it gives us more time to get, like I said, guys like JB healthy, getting closer to get Sam back. JaVale's 37 years old, played 13 games, and most of them last couple games 30+ minutes. So, another guy who needs to refresh himself as well. So, I got a ton of competitors in there, and they're going to find a way to, gel together and give it more of an effort and better fight second half of the season.
Touching on injuries, Coach, you've obviously got Sam out. We're still waiting to hear about Dean Breeder if he's coming back. Any word on both of those?
No, TBA, to be determined. Good. Thank you. Have a good one.